Shalom. First, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to our Creator and Maker, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
That's right.
Ignorantly knows as Jesus Christ. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, B'Shem, Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
We are here on the streets to wake up our people. We're talking about the people. We're talking about the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and the so-called Native Americans. We're here to let them know that they are the Most High's chosen people.
That's right.
And that if society doesn't care about them, we're here to let them know that the Most High cares about them, that they are His chosen people. And we're here to wake them up and feed them these scriptures today. Let's start out with Revelation chapter 1, verse 3.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear.
Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear. Readeth the Bible. That's one thing that we neglect to do in society. We neglect to read our Bibles.
That's right.
Knocking the dust off and taking to church once a week is not good enough. We need to get in these scriptures daily and read it.
Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
Give me Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. So we need to read and receive what's in these scriptures, because the Bible is a book of prophecies. It contains events that happen in the past, present, and events that's going to happen in the future. So if you don't invest time in studying and reading these scriptures, you're going to get lost and miss out on salvation. So the Bible is the most important book out there to study, because it's the word of the Most High.
That's right.
You do not have knowledge of the Most High if you don't deal with these scriptures by rightly dividing the word. Next, let's go to Matthew chapter 4, verse 4.
The book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone.
So man shall not live by bread alone, talking about the physical bread. That's not enough to sustain a man.
But by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
So we need spiritual bread too, which is the word of the Most High, the Bible. And man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word, not some of the word, not just the New Testament, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. So it's important to study the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, New Testament, and to get this down packed so we know what the Most High expects out of us.
That's right.
Next, let's get Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 18. So we got to do better. We got to wake up and study. It's 2018, family. It's no excuse to be ignorant nowadays. We got Israelites on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, trying to feed you these scriptures. You need to quit ignoring it and wake up and learn who you are according to the Bible, what's required of you. This is 2018, no excuses. Deuteronomy chapter 26, starting at verse 18.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 26, verse 18. And the Lord having vouched thee this day to be his peculiar people.
So the Most High have chosen you, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man, so-called Seminole Indian, to be his chosen people. The Most High has chosen you out of all the nations of the earth.
As he hath promised thee, and that thou shouldest keep all his commandments.
So once you know that who you are according to the scriptures, you should know what's expected of you, which is to keep the commandments. This is the covenant that the Most High made with your forefathers.
And to make thee high above all nations, which he hath made in praise and in name and in honor, and that thou mayest be an holy people unto Yahweh thy Elohim, as he has spoken.
So the Most High made you a special people above all nations. Who's the most gifted athletes out there? LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. They're Israelites by nationality according to the Bible. Who's the best? Who's the best singers? Aretha Franklin's, Whitney Houston's, Jennifer Hudson's. We got the best musicians. We're the most gifted people. We made the inventions our people did. People like George Washington Carver have found hundreds of uses just out of a peanut. Or Garrett Morgan, which made the stoplight and the gas mask. We made most of the inventions in America, and if it wasn't for the Israelites being here, America wouldn't be jack. We're the ones
That's
that
right.
built America to be a great nation that is today. So the Bible's talking about us. We're the greatest people above all nations that the Most High has made. The most gifted, the most talented, the smartest. We're the greatest people. So how could a people such great as us be on the bottom of society then? How could we? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 42, starting at verse 18. What happened that the people that are so great, athletic, talented, smart, be such a destroyed people and at the bottom of this American society today? What happened? What is the reason? Isaiah 42, starting at verse 18.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 18. Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see.
So you are deaf and you are blind. You're spiritually deaf and blind to the words of that's coming out that's in the Bible.
That's right.
Who is blind but my servant, or deaf as my messenger that I sent? Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as Yahweh's servant?
So we are the Israelites. We're supposed to be the servants of the Most High. We're the ones that the Most High gave the law, statutes, and commandments to be a light unto the world. But we are blind. We're going to the other nations, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, atheism, trying to get the light when the Most High dealt with us directly. And today we are blind, deaf, and don't know who we are or don't know who the Most High is. We're calling on Jesus when his real name is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
We can't call upon the name of the Lord because we don't know the Lord's name, which is Yahweh.
Seeing many things, but thou observest not. Opening the ears, but heareth not.
Okay.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake.
That's
He
right.
will magnify the law and make it honorable.
Wait, read that again.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
All right, hold it there. So when we go to Christian churches, your pastors and deacons and ministers, they diminish the law of the Most High, saying the law was done away with. They pretty much ripped the Old Testament right out the Bible. But it says the Lord, Yahweh, magnifies the law.
That's right.
While man diminishes the laws. Who you gonna follow? You gonna follow your deacon or pastor, or you gonna follow Yahweh like the men of the Lord are?
That's right.
So we're gonna be like, bring out Romans 3:31 also.
Bring it out.
We're going to magnify the law and establish it. Romans 3:31.
The book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 31.
This is New Testament.
Do we then make void the law through faith?
So do we there make void the law through faith?
God forbid.
God forbid.
Yea, we establish the law.
So this is the New Testament. So where do you find in the New Testament that the law was done away with? This is Paul. The Apostle Paul says, we established the law, so the law is here to stay. So as men of the Lord, believers of this Bible, we're supposed to magnify the law, not diminish it. Back to Isaiah chapter 42, 21.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 21. The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
So you, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American, you are people robbed and spoiled.
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
And who's hid in the prison houses today? Majority is our people, the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. And there's a lot of innocent men and women that are caught behind bars and behind enemy lines because there's a corrupt judicial system that we live in.
They are for prey and none deliver.
They are for prey and none deliver. People refuse to review these cases. Some of these innocent brothers and sisters, some of these brothers and sisters have no chance of getting out for crimes they have not committed.
For a spoil and none said, restore.
Nobody's trying to restore you, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man. No, this society is not trying to restore you. No attempt to give you reparations for the hundreds of years of slavery and false indoctrination they gave you. You can't get justice in the legal system when a cop guns down one of your loved ones. This society is not trying to restore you at all. They're trying to keep you at the tail of society.
Who among you will give ear to this?
So who among you is going to give ear to this word that we're going to bring to you?
Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Hearken, the Hebrew word is shema, which means hear and obey. Who's going to hear and obey these words of the Most High?
Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers?
So who gave Jacob and Israel for spoil to the robbers?
Did not Yahweh, he against whom we have sinned?
So the Most High has given Jacob for spoil and for robbers because we failed to keep the laws, statutes, commandments. This is the situation. This is the reason why you are in this situation you're in at the bottom of society, living in the projects all over the country, being separated from our loved ones, broken families, having loved ones in prison, being the last hired and the first fired because we failed to keep the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments.
For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto the law.
So because we failed to walk in the ways of the Most High, we are at the bottom of society, which is unacceptable for people great as us.
That's right.
Therefore, he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger.
So we have provoked the Most High's fury of anger for being disobedient and wicked.
And the strength of battle, and it hath set him on fire round about. Yet he knew not, and it burned him. Yet he laid it not to heart.
Okay. That's it. Okay. Next, let's go to Isaiah chapter 1, starting at verse 2. Isaiah chapter 1, starting at verse 2.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for Yahweh hath spoken. I nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner,
So the ox knows his owner,
and the ass his master's crib.
and the ass his master's crib. So we know that the ox and the ass are two of the dumbest animals out there. So this is what the Most High is comparing us to an ox and an ass, which is two dumb animals.
But Israel doth not know,
Israel do not know,
but my people doth not consider.
Now check this out. This is 2018, and I bet you if I went out around here and asked you what Christ looked like, the majority of people will say he looks like Caesar Borgia. That's how lost we are. How could the greatest man that walked upon the earth be without melanin, be pale without melanin? It just don't make no sense. When the Christ descriptions in the Bible, Revelation chapter 1, we don't know the Most High. We don't know that today, Saturday, is the Sabbath according to the Most High. We don't know none of the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. That's how lost we are. That's why the Most High compares us to an ox and an ass, the two dumbest animals, because we are lost.
That's right.
A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
So when you go on social media, who's always making videos of folly, out there partying, clubbing, doing wickedness? It's our people, that is. When you check out the front page of YouTube or some of these social media websites, we gunning each other down, we're robbing each other. A lot of our people just acting as damn fools because we're sinful and wicked.
A seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoers.
Children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
We're definitely a destroyed nation because we're not trying to learn about the Most High, keep these laws, statutes, commandments. We're doing whatever we feel, we do whatever we think feels good. We have no structure or no order. A lot of these houses have no fathers in the home, so the mother lets the kids do whatever they want, or she has a tough time controlling her kids. We just have no order or structure at all because we abandon these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick.
The whole head is sick.
And the whole heart faint.
And the whole heart, which is your mind, is faint. We're destroyed. Our minds are destroyed trying to follow this American Babylonian system.
Brother?
From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
So we got wounds that society cannot heal. A civil rights movement can't heal these wounds. Christianity sure as hell can't heal these wounds. Islam can't heal these wounds. All these philosophies out there can't heal these wounds. Only these laws, statutes, commandments, and faith in Yahweh Shai can heal these wounds that our people and afflictions that our people are going through. Verse 7.
Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire.
No, ain't it something that when you go drive through a black community, it looks like it's been hit by a bomb in a lot of these places. A lot of abandoned stores, abandoned buildings, abandoned homes. Look like our communities are destroyed.
Your land, strangers devour it.
And we have strangers controlling the businesses in here. We have Chinese restaurants, Arabs controlling the stores. We don't control the economy or the businesses in our communities at all. Strangers are controlling the economies here.
Your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
All right, so that's put it right there then. Next we're going to go to Matthew chapter 11, starting at verse 28. So the Bible explains why you're a destroyed people and why we are in the situation that we are in today. Destroyed, bugging out our mind. We're the best at acting wicked. We need to love the Most High with all our heart, all our mind, and all our soul, and love our neighbors as ourselves, and come back to these commandments. Yeah, Matthew chapter 11, starting at verse 28.
The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give ye rest.
So we need to come to Yahweh Shai, all that are heavy laden, to get rest. This society has beat us up. You look at the people's faces, they are stressed out. You don't see people smiling or happy nowadays. We're stressed out. We're working a lot of hours, bring home small paychecks. Our households are out of order after we can get off of work. Our women don't respect the men don't respect the women. This society has put a toll on us. We got our Northern Kingdom brothers, some of them worried about them getting deported back to their countries because they might not have the proper documentation.
Take my yoke upon you and learn of me.
So we need to take on Yahweh Shai's yoke, which is these laws, statutes, commandments, his ways, and learn of him.
For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
So we need to open these scriptures up and learn about the Messiah according to the Bible and come back to these laws, statutes, commandments, because this is our heritage and nationality.
That's right.
Pull up Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths, whereas the good way and walk therein.
So we need to come to the old paths, not these new paths that society gave us, like being a Democrat or Republican. Democracy is not our culture. We come from a monarchy. That's our culture, having a king that the Lord appoints. We don't want these heathens ruling over us, or we don't want a black face or Hispanic face person ruling over us either, because it's all white supremacy. We're under white supremacy, so it doesn't matter who's in politics. That's why we don't waste our time voting or participating in politics.
And ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein.
Read that again, verse 16.
Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways, and see and ask for the old paths.
So the old paths is the best way. We don't need these new modern day paths. The Bible said pork's an unclean, abominable animal back in the Old Testament. Well, it still is today.
That's right.
We should be eating shellfish, shrimp, lobster. That's why a lot of you guys are sick. A lot of you guys got to go to the drugstore every other day getting drugs and medication because you're putting toxins and poisons in your body. So the old paths, which is the Most High gave us, is correct from day one, and it's still correct today.
Where is the good way, and walk therein, and you shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet.
So that's why we're out here today, because Most High said watchmen over here. We're here to teach our people, wake them up, and bring them back to the law, statutes, commandments. Because your pastor's not going to come out here and teach you. If you do, he's not going to teach you the law, statutes, commandments. So you need to hearken unto these watchmen. We're trying to teach you the ways of the Most High correctly. Bring that passage out again.
I also set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them.
Something's getting ready to go down in America, because when you read the Bible, before something always happened, he'd always send his prophets out there to warn the people. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to warn the people about the second coming of Christ, because Christ is coming back to rescue his remnant. And if you're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna miss that buzz. So the watchmen are out here warning the people to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Give me Amos chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Amos chapter 3, starting at verse 1.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1.
Okay.
Hear this word that Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Israel.
So he's talking to you, Israelites. Hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So he talked to you, Israelites. You only have I known out of all the families. So the Most High doesn't deal with everybody. He deals with his people, the Israelites.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So that is why we're in the pitiful situation we are in. So-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man and woman. Because we are disobeying the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. We don't care what the Bible says. We give more attention to what our Pastor Porkchop says, or how many points LeBron James scored the other night, and these other foolishness in the world. And we're suffering for it greatly. Because we're not dealing with the Most High as we should through these law, statutes, and commandments. So we need to humble ourselves.
That's right.
And repent. Give me 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. Let me make sure. I think it's 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. The sons of Manasseh. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Slakia.
Right, 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. Here's what we need to do.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways.
Wait, so if my people, which are called by my name, which is Yahweh, shall humble themselves, seek thy face, and turn from their ways, is pray, seek thy face, and turn from their wicked ways. And we know that wickedness is not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Now mine eyes shall be open and my ears attend unto the prayer that is made in this place.
So who needs a healing more than the Israelite man or woman? Nobody. We do. So we need to humble ourselves and receive these scriptures and align our lives according to the way the scriptures is.
That's right.
It's not easy. It takes a lot of sacrifices. You might lose your job. You might lose family members. But we got to trust in the Most High and do what He commands us to do.
That's right.
It's not an easy walk. So we got to humble ourselves and wake up and get ourselves right with the Most High so we can get that healing that we greatly need.
That's right.
We deserve so much better than this, is what the society has to offer. There's nothing in this society for you. Give me Revelation chapter 2, starting at verse 26.
Verse 6, you said?
26, Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Put on her.
And he said that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Wait, hold it. So we have to overcome and keep His works, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments until the end. So you're not saved until the end.
That's right.
Verse 27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shrivers, even as I received of my Father.
So the Most High wants to put you as the head and restore our people back to greatness, where we're going to rule over the other nations in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
And this is Revelation, the last book of the Bible, so you can't accuse us of twisted scriptures either. The Most High wants to put us as the head to rule the other nations.
Verse 28, and I will give him the morning star.
And He will give you the morning star. The Most High wants to restore us back to power. Isaiah 14, 1 and 2.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, at 1 and 2. For the Lord will have mercy on Yaquab, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
So you say it's going to set them in their own land. What's their own land? You pull up on Galatians 4:26. So mercy's going to have Jacob. The Lord's going to have mercy on Jacob and set them in their own land. So what is their land? Galatians chapter 4, verse 26.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So
That's right.
So in school and society teaches that Africa is the motherland, but the Bible says that Jerusalem is the motherland.
That's right.
Jerusalem above is free and is the mother of us all.
That's right.
So you got to do precept by precept to get these scriptures to understand it. So Most High is going to set His people back in their land, which is Jerusalem. All right, go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them. And
Wait. So they're going to bring the strangers with. The strangers are non-Israelites. So you Japanese, Chinese, Arabs, white people, those are strangers, non-Israelites. And what we're going to do with the strangers?
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Now this is the kingdom of heaven he's reading. This is what's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven.
And the house house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids.
That's
So
right.
Israel's going to possess. Possess means to own something, to control. So they're going to control and possess these heathens for servants and handmaids. So you're going to be serving the Most High's chosen people in the kingdom of heaven. That's your role, you heathens.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Isaiah, stand
And they
up.
shall rule over their oppressors.
So the Most High has not forgotten what you heathens done to his chosen people, putting them in cages down at the border and around the Mexican border, the transatlantic slave trade, which killed hundreds of millions of Africans, sub-Saharan slave trade, the genocide of the Native Americans, where hundreds of millions of Native Americans were slaughtered all across this country. So your heathens got to pay for all this wickedness he done to the Most High's chosen people.
That's right.
And in the kingdom, he's going to reverse it, and you're going to be under their control. Now, some people might say, well, those are my grandparents or great-grandparents. We had nothing to do with it. Well, let's go to Isaiah 14:21.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter,
Prepare slaughter.
prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor to fear the face of the world with sinners.
So just because your ancestor might have did those wicked things, don't mean we're gonna let the Most High's gonna let you off the hook. The Bible makes it clear to prepare slaughter for his children. So you got to pay for the sins of your fathers, the way you were, because you're still benefiting from your fathers now, this white supremacy system, where you're still keeping the system going by miseducating us, mistreating us, and the Most High is going to punish you, punish the kids for that still. So we just want to give you a little bit to encourage you to get to these scriptures and know what's going on and know the game plan the Most High has for his chosen people. We're here trying to wake our people up. And we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High God Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and give thanks for blessing us with his word that was penned by the prophets. All praise is Shalom.
All
Kum
praise.
Yasharala!
Kum Yasharala.
Kum Yasharala!
Kum Yasharala.
Kum Yasharala!
Kum Yasharala.